Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show. I'm Josh.
I'm not Josh.
This is DJ.
This is DJ.
Thank you for everyone who subscribed to us and puts the notifications on. If not, please subscribe to us and put your notifications on. I promise you we do some good shows sometimes. We all can't be winners.
This undoubtedly will not be one of them.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts and need.
July is Disability Pride Month.
And our charity for this month is the Diabetes Research and Wellness Foundation.
It is.
Toodaloo.
Oh, I have a pending. My pending post was declined from YouTube Gaming. God.
Bro, it's so good, so crazy. I mean, we're not playing games right now, but whatever. They decline you for anything. Oh, your face is stupid. Decline.
Your face is stupid. Decline.
That's what the one person told me. They're like, Josh's face is dumb. Decline.
I've had guys say that. He's not lying, guys.
I've had guys say that.
Today's stupid law is brought to you by Alabama.
Alabama's got a lot of dumb laws.
In Alabama, the game of dominoes may not be played on Sunday.
I think that was originally brought about because, like, of gambling. They wanted you to not gamble on Sunday.
Fucking Alabama's a Bible thumping state, and nothing's open on fucking Sunday.
They're in the Bible Belt. Bible thumpers.
I've been in South Carolina. You're not allowed to work on Sunday.
So you're not supposed to say that, Josh.
What, Bible thumpers?
Yeah, it's
the Bible Belt. Sorry, the Bible Belt.
In the Bible Belt. But yeah, they wanted people not to be gambling, so that's they thought.
They told me in Tennessee I couldn't buy liquor on Sunday.
Huh?
We couldn't buy liquor on Sunday in Tennessee.
Oh, that's right.
We had to get it Saturday.
Couldn't buy Could you buy alcohol at all?
I don't know if you can buy beer. I just know you can buy liquor. In Florida, you can't buy beers on noon on Sunday.
Until noon on Sunday. There's a lot of places that don't give a fuck about that. Like a lot of quickie marts. As long as you're not a cop, they'll still sell you.
You go to, what's it called? Tacos El Cabron. You can get Corona anytime.
I remember when
even after 2 a.m.
hanging out with Jason, we could only go to certain gas stations because
after 2 a.m.
After 2 a.m. because it's like nobody sell you beer.
Tacos El Cabron will.
Yeah, it was like it's Tacos El Cabron.
Cabron.
No, it's not Cabron.
Yeah.
No, it's Cabone.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
On Lake Worth, the military.
I worked right next to it. The one on 6 for a long time.
6 don't count. Not the real one.
It's the same. They're owned by the same people.
It's not the real one.
It's all owned by the same.
Fake news.
Fake
news. Welcome to our Wednesday show.
Welcome to
our DJ likes to call it.
Oh yeah, it's our talk show after dark.
In Australia, India, Russia.
Not even really.
You didn't do the voice.
Dude, yeah.
All right.
Our talk show after dark. It's hard to want to do the voice today.
Was it because of Bob?
No.
Did he ever come back?
No.
Damn.
Sonny got back on, but Bob never did. He went to work.
That was harsh.
Sonny tell me, you know, it's Bob's not angry. He just, you know, he's got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Like an alligator.
It's his amdugla amlargada.
Mama said.
Mama said.
Your mom.
It's because he got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Man, that sucks.
That's a lot of teeth.
That's a lot of teeth.
You got meat stuck in there and always have muddy lake water in your shit.
Oh, man. All right. I guess we jumped right into it.
So you got some news?
I got
some news.
I got a few things over here. ZZ Top, what is it? Dusty Hill.
Yeah.
Died at 72.
Rock on.
You know. He was
more than 5 decades, 50 years he's been playing.
72 is pretty damn old.
So he's been playing for 50 years. He's been playing since he's in his 20s.
Like I think that's as far as Dad made it was like 74 or 75.
My boss is 70.
Yeah.
He's faster than me.
He's on the way out.
No, I'm that guy. He's Italian.
I knew a guy who used to work at the car lot with. He was like 80 something. Dude,
Still going?
Dude, he'd get up and run 2 miles before he'd come to work.
Oh,
He was the first one there and the last one to go. You know, he'd lock down the whole
good shape.
whole dealership. Yeah, he was on it. He just kept moving, kept doing, kept grooving.
Oh man, I went to my boss's house one day, and he's on his ladder putting up Christmas lights. I was like, remember, you're not as young as you used to be. I was like, you freaked me out.
Fall
with
off
that.
immediately.
Bro, you freaked me out with that crap. He's like, yeah, but the wife wants the lights up.
That's gonna
Apparently,
be me.
the lights are more important than my health. I don't know.
That's gonna be me at like 30 or fucking 90. I'll be sitting there doing the dishes.
Like, what do you do?
I was like, what are you doing?
The
It's like,
wife.
the wife wants the dishes done. That's just how it is. It's
More important than my health.
it's more important. You know, don't be sick because then you can't do the dishes. If I'm sick, the dishes just don't get done.
Don't you dare.
Right? So then when I feel better, I've got 3 times as much dishes to do
It's the problem.
because they piled up. It's like, well, fuck, do the dishes, get the fuck over it, bro. Like,
Whoa.
all right. What
You hear
happened?
with this lady? A woman unaware she had a $39 million lottery ticket in her purse for weeks.
Nice.
A woman in Germany was carrying a winning ticket in her purse for weeks without realizing the worth of about $33 million.
Lucky bitch.
Yeah.
Wish I could accidentally find a lotto ticket in my purse.
Oops.
I don't even carry a purse. I'd start carrying one just so there'd be a lotto ticket in there. Like, I don't carry no purse, but fuck, if there's going to be a
Damn.
lotto ticket in that bitch, I'm going to carry it.
You guys are new here on Wednesdays. We just really read the news.
Just read the news, hang out, talk about some stuff.
Usually sparks up a topic.
Yeah, speaking of some dumbass news, Sony's claiming they've sold 10 million PS5 consoles,
But not to 10 million people.
but not to 10 million people, right? So it's like,
To 5 bots.
well, because they don't count, like, they're not like, let me get your social to make sure, you know, you only get one PS5,
They do that. Yeah, I mean, they don't.
right? So
It's not really Sony's fault. It's Walmart's fault. It was Target's fault.
fuck, it's nobody's fault. If you got the money, you can pick up as many.
Well, no,
if I'm a
Walmart-
millionaire,
no,
I'd
with
go
the
pick
bot
up
thing.
30 PS5s.
No, with the bot thing.
Right, but
They
they
didn't have anything against the bot.
they still were selling out.
Yeah, no,
Right?
they
Like
were.
people were coming and picking them up.
Pre-orders and
You know, but it's like if you got the money, you buy a PS5, and then they turn around and it's like, well, nobody got PS5, so I can sell them for $2 million. You know,
you want that new Spider-Man game?
you want right? You want almost like it's crack cocaine. Oh, I got what you need. I got that PS5 on the low. You send me that.
Did you see these like TikTokers and YouTubers like, I bet you didn't pay for that. Those Twitch people like Sony sent it to you, didn't they?
Sony sent it to you. Didn't even.
David Dobrik during the pandemic, when it first hit, he rented a bus and he teamed up with someone, but he was handing out PlayStations 4s and Xbox Ones
See, just like that, right?
to people.
I wouldn't buy.
No, he was handing them out.
Well, I mean, like that's cool, right? Like that's
Because
nice.
there's nothing else to do during the pandemic, so he's
Right.
handing out games and
I mean, and again,
putting $10,000 on a frisbee and throwing it to people.
that's all cool and nice and stuff like that. Like that's great,
If you're in California,
right? If you if you're somewhere like that and got money like that, can do that. But it's like with the PS5. It's like I would never buy a PS5 from a scalper for a few reasons. One, because I'm not going to let him win. Right? You're not getting $1,000 from me for a PS5.
no,
Okay.
just like my PS4 does. You pay $1,000 for a heater?
Right. I'm not paying $1,000 for a PS5.
Well, we don't buy first gens.
You know. Right. And anybody who but there's a lot of streamers and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, I need that first gen. I need
It's
to
because
be
of their
first to play,
The
first
revenue,
to get there."
so people watch it.
Yeah, right. I need to have the first run throughs of everything up. I need
Well,
to have the first.
they're the testers.
Right. Right. Because we don't have testers anymore, so it's not like they're like, "Oh, let me."
If you don't
pick-"
believe us, look at Punk.
Right. Look at 2,000 people and give them the PS5s, get them to try it out.
Or
and-
Cyberpunk, and then we have to redo it.
Right. And we're going to put it out like we didn't fuck that all up. Try to just slide that one underneath the table.
Those gamers are going to let you get away with it.
But I mean, those are the people who, turn around and buy them from the scalpers because they need to get it.
Or they were
Right.
donated, or they were
You know.
given to them. Sponsored.
Right. Sponsored, whatnot. It's just, to me, it's.
But if you think about it, it's smart marketing. So you don't need to put commercials out anymore and stuff like this. Like Twitch changed the game
Yeah, but
with these gaming people and stuff, because all you have to do is get them to like it.
You have to think,
and then
right?
people watching it are gonna buy it.
It's that type of stuff is what hurts like small time gamers who don't have the money to just go out and buy from scalpers, right? Like they can barely get the money together to pay the 500 plus the tax. Now they got to pay you 1,000 plus, you know?
TJ felt the same way about Xbox when he made you get internet. Like, you know how much Xbox costs? Now I gotta pay internet too.
Right. Well, I mean, I understood paying internet.
But
Right.
remember, you couldn't do nothing without the internet.
Right. Like PlayStation, if I put in a disc,
They played it.
I can still
But
play.
you couldn't play Destiny. And that's great. They put a game only for online, like Apex, but like on a disc.
The Crew was only online. You know, the Crew and the Crew 2, which was a driving game.
Oh
It
yeah.
was only online function. The worst part is I didn't know that.
So you bought it.
Right. So I bought it, and then when I didn't have internet, I tried to return it, but because I opened it, I couldn't return it. All right. And then they're like, "Oh, well, it says right there on the box." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't
read.
I didn't make it to that information
I didn't.
in time." Right. So then I could trade it in for like $10, and because that's how GameStop gets you.
Oh
there.
yeah.
You know, once you're done with the game, they give you $4 for it, and then turn around and sell it for $54.
They have to. You seen those stocks?
You know, yeah. Their
Well,
stocks
their
are
stocks
booming now,
Now they're booming.
right? They can just give games away now for free.
Apparently, Arthur, the most popular children's show, is to end after 25 years.
You know, I remember that show when I was younger.
25 years.
That's
The
the
final
one-
episode aired in the winter of
That's
2022.
the one with all the damn
memes.
animals.
Yeah.
And where like
Like,
half
what-
the parents are rabbits.
The Matt Pat did a thing on it.
Right. About some of the parents being rabbits and some of the parents not being rabbits.
They're not looking alike. Where's his glasses hanging on if his ears are up here?
Right. Like lots of inconsistencies.
That's
with that.
fine, but the people who created that show and the writers and artists have been making bank for 25 years.
Well, I mean, you got to think. What is it? How many? See, I never understood kid shows. Right? Like, how many shows for kid shows do you do a week?
That 5.
Right. Like
There were,
Power Rangers, you did 5 episodes a week.
no, 1.
Not when it originally started.
No, when it originally started, it was on Saturday mornings.
Was it Power Rangers?
Yeah, they play reruns, but it was Saturday mornings. The kids, Fox Kids Network.
That's crazy.
You had the new X-Men, you had the new Power Rangers, the new Ninja Turtles.
You know.
But these kids shows are for the morning for like your babies. So they would just play every day. It's not like, oh my god, there's a new Arthur on. There's a new Arthur on every fucking day.
Well, after 25 years, they'd all be new to you anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
You can't even tell anymore because of reruns and stuff. And if you guys don't know that after shows end, certain networks pick it up and they still get profited.
right, and still play the reruns.
Like Netflix spent over millions of dollars for Friends until HBO Max, and then HBO Max just took it
Right?
because they had the licensing.
Oh, we'll take it back now. Well, I feel like in those instances, it's like Netflix is like, well, we'll buy it for 4 years.
I think it was another year contract.
Yeah,
Same thing with The Office.
Right.
But The Office got taken off. It's on Peacock.
Right.
These other networks decided like streaming's the way to go, and it is. Like for MTV, what is it? Paramount. Paramount plays MTV shows. You can watch Wild 'N Out on there. Not Bam Margera though.
Yeah, I never understood that right. You can't watch any of that type of stuff. Like, there's no Nitro Circus, there's no Viva La Bam, there's no you can watch Jackass movies, but you can't watch the actual show. Right.
Maybe it had to do with the licensing and
I
stuff.
think it was the time and the licensing because there's not a whole lot. Like, there's no Pimp
Because
My
you know,
Ride.
like the first season of Jackass was like a vlog, right?
Yeah.
They used their own cameras,
And they just put it up on MTV, right?
and they gave it to MTV to splice together. Like I think they said Steve-O made like $1,000 for the whole season.
It was like Paramount was like, it kind of sucks if you think about it, because like you can't go back and watch all the old music videos.
I know
Right,
that
like-
kills me.
Like MTV used music television, right? Is what they started.
You can play old TRLs if you should.
But as soon as they got like Teen Mom and stuff like that, it was all Cribs,
But
Pimp My
Peacock
Ride.
got the licensing for WWE over USA,
Yeah.
and you can watch old wrestling matches.
Can you?
Yeah, and
The
you can
old-
watch Steve Austin's
old-
podcast.
The old school. Yeah, I
You
saw
were
the
watching that.
podcast. I was watching that. I just don't know how you go back and watch like old wrestling matches.
You know, or Raw. Or
Right,
the highlights.
I know, but
We were
it's
watching
like,
the highlights of SNL.
it's like, yeah, but that's different. That's SNL, and it was all of pretty much Adam Sandler's crew.
No, the alien one.
Yeah, she's fucking.
If you want a good laugh, watch that one. Wow, you guys got the good one.
She's hilarious.
I think one was doing something that he wasn't supposed to. Another was a lookout.
Why do you think they made her the Egon type character in Ghostbusters? Because she's like, she's actually an amazing actress. They just don't use her enough.
She's so funny.
Things. She's fucking hilarious.
And she keeps a straight face.
The big girl was the one who got picked up mostly by everybody.
McCartney?
I think that's her name.
Her and her husband have been writing together and filming together for the last...
I mean, she's hilarious,
What's it called? They had the show together. He was in Bridesmaid with her. Like, her husband's always there. Right. And he helps write or direct. And then she lost some weight.
Yeah, it's really fucking changed.
But she's funny.
She had a superhero movie recently that she did.
Her and Sandra Bullock did a movie that was hilarious
kept stabbing
together.
her in the titties, and
nothing happened.
You're right. And the one bitch went invisible, and she was upset that she was just taking like pills, and she was having to get stabbed in the breasts with like fucking a fuck ton of needles to get her powers.
A lot of people from SNL are pretty funny together, like Tina Fey and what's her name, always together.
Well, SNL's always been like an improv type.
Oh no, it was. Well, they would rehearse.
Like, well, it's not.
But they still did it in front of a live audience.
The rehearsing though, it was almost like Whose Line. You know?
Yes.
They had a general idea.
Well, no, David Page wrote a skit. They wrote skits.
Right. But they didn't always go the way.
Well, whoever decided, the showrunner.
You know, it's like, that's right. It's like you couldn't always rehearse skits with stars who were coming in.
Or you would rehearse the skit and then didn't make the cut.
Right.
Like it didn't happen that night.
You know, but that was the beauty of SNL was the
improv.
The improv bit of it.
Will Ferrell was great at it. Jimmy Fallon kept laughing.
Right, and that's probably pretty much what got Jimmy Fallon into the Tonight Show. Was his, bubbly personality.
And he can do voices.
Keep a straight face, right?
He can do the voices.
He was good at voices. Fuck you, Trebek.
Will Ferrell. I don't appreciate that. But he can go into an improv thing, Will Ferrell, with a straight face while you're just cracking up laughing and still continue the character. Like not even in the script.
A lot of your best actors, right, and actresses
can improv.
You tell them who they are, and that's who they become.
Oh, their character, yeah.
Like Robin Williams was kind of that
they
way.
They wrote the movie around him.
Right. It was like fuck, sit him down in front of a mic and he's got his lines.
Let's see what he does.
And then whatever else comes out, we'll just figure out later, Like I said, like you said, the Aladdin.
Yeah.
They sat him down, they had to write the whole story fucking around Genie.
They did. Because he kept going off.
Because he just kept going off in left field. And rather than cut him off at the knees, they used what they had.
Jim Carrey's another one.
Oh, Jim Carrey, he even says in some of his documentaries, right, and some of the things he later on interviews and stuff like that, Jim Carrey loses himself.
In the character.
Right, and people literally hate working with this guy because of this.
Oh, because he does it when the cameras are off.
Right, because it's not...
He's a method actor.
Right. It's not like, once he was the Grinch...
He was the Grinch.
Right, and he'd tell stories, he's like, oh,
they sent an FBI agent to teach him how to endure torture.
Yeah.
Because of how long it took to put on the Grinch costume.
Right.
And he's like, I started smoking because of it.
I'd smoke for 3-4 hours a day while they're putting this fucking Grinch costume on. So now I'm just green and hairy fucking smoking like a chimney, and then he'd lose himself. Like, once he was the Grinch boy, he was the Grinch. Asshole. That's who he was. So, that's what really upset people.
Well, yeah, Johnny Depp does it. He's always Jack Sparrow everywhere. Goes to children's hospitals for no reason. He's just like, hello, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Well, see, he does. Johnny Depp can turn it on and off. Right, like he can dress up like Jack Sparrow and be Jack Sparrow for a couple hours, and then as soon as he's done, he's done. Jim Carrey can't do that. Jim Carrey, there's no point where Jim's like, all right, I've gone too fucking far.
I'm sorry about that prank.
Right? You know,
Like I'm Dumb and Dumber.
right. That's it. He's like, once he's there, he's fucking
Can you
there.
believe that SNL turned him down?
Huh?
SNL turned him down.
Right, because you can't. That's because you can't put Jim Carrey in a bunch of different skits.
No.
Right, like
Too
once
many characters.
Right, once he's there, he's there. So it's like they had him play Joe Biden. Right, but it was like it was like a whole night though.
Oh no, it was a whole weeks.
Right, of fucking him doing that.
Listen here, oh Sleepy Joe.
And that was, you know,
after he became president, he's like, okay, I'm done.
Right, that's just too much for Jim to.
Who else did Emperor? Oh, Justin Long, the guy from Accepted.
Oh yeah.
Jim Carrey, not Jim. Kevin Smith said working with him, he's like always an ad-lib person. Like you just let him start, like just keep going with your line, and see which one's good. And he just keeps going off, like when he does the rambling.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching Accepted and other movies that he does the same ramble. When he's just like that little bit of an asshole kind of thing, sarcastically.
See, that kind of reminds me of like Jackie Chan, right? He was my favorite in like movies and stuff like that.
We don't understand what you're saying, Jackie.
Because that, right, he'd get frustrated. He'd get frustrated. The faces he'd make when he'd screw up.
The word.
You know, even you know.
Shut up, Tucker.
Right, even with like his physical, the stunts and stuff like that, you could see what he'd mess up and. You know,
the fight thing, and the guy falls by him touching him. He just looks at him.
Right, or he hurts him.
What are you doing?
I didn't touch you yet.
I didn't touch you yet.
You know, it was.
And of course, Ryan Reynolds is the king of ad-libbing or being a method actor.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds willed the whole movie into existence. Right.
Ryan Reynolds, you know what he played in Deadpool? He played Ryan Reynolds. Like,
right. Like,
he didn't play Deadpool. He didn't even have a script.
He just willed. He just willed it into existence.
Like, he was just talking to other people in the script.
He's like, I'm gonna sit here in Deadpool's costume and just.
They said that.
Just draw and.
What was it? Ben Affleck's like, can I borrow the Batman costume? And like, no. Do you see that? And Deadpool's like, you're supposed to ask. I just took that bitch home.
I just took it and left.
It's in my closet right now.
The worst part is because he's so.
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Great for Deadpool. Right,
he's hard. Deadpool.
It's hard to hear anybody else,
especially when he does the sarcasm.
Right.
All you hear is Deadpool.
Or like when he was Detective Pikachu.
All I heard was Deadpool.
It's like
when he did the mind thing. He's like, ooh.
Yeah.
He's lighting gasoline. Oh no.
Yeah. Like it's hard to see or hear anybody else.
It's his gimmick, his comebacks. Like
right.
They did a scene when he was like describing he looks like an avocado who had a really bad day or something. Like that whole scene between him and that guy.
But
yeah, I had heard Deadpool 2 made many years. It was Deadpool 1 that took many years to make. Brent said.
Oh yeah, look good.
Oh yeah, it was 10 years actually. When they did Wolverine.
Right.
He didn't like that, so they went to Fox and asked him, "Can we do a proper Deadpool thing?" And they told him no, so he did Green Lantern. Put him in their face. Then they did like a test screening, and somehow it leaked on the internet.
Yeah.
He's 80% sure he didn't do it.
Somehow it leaked on the internet, right?
And then the fans made Fox make it.
Somehow my dick ended up all over YouTube.
Somehow.
How did that happen, Ryan Reynolds? How did that happen?
But no, the whole scene when he's bickering back and forth with the guy, what he looks like, that wasn't scripted. They told him to sit down and start talking shit to each other. Like, you're going to sit down and ask yourself what Deadpool looks like. And you keep going back and forth with that. And that's when they got the scene.
Just go back and forth until
when they made the first Deadpool, I think they kicked Fox out. It's like, you get out. We'll let you know at the end. Because you ruined X-Men and Spider-Man. Like all you do is
fucked everything up.
You ruined everything. Don't ruin this. The fans would never forgive you.
Right. Well, because you're real quick to. It'd be real hard to come back from that. Like ruined. He
just
Deadpool.
Did a video with Cork or whatever his name is from Ragnarok, and doing a review of the first Free Guy, which he's in. But he's like, "How do you get in the Marvel?"
What does that come out this Friday?
No, next month I think.
You sure?
Yeah. It may be. No, I gotta check my emails.
I don't know, but that's right, because you know when it comes out.
But it was like, how do you get into Marvel? He's like, you don't. You write a lot of emails.
You just don't.
Quit having a dream.
Give up on that, right?
Then you get a phone call.
Then they come back and realize they need you. They want to make that money this year.
I heard they're doing a Disney Plus rated R thing just for Deadpool.
Disney
like the start
Plus,
of it, like for Deadpool or Blade or something.
Disney Plus rated R. They'd have to move the Simpsons there. Simpsons gets kind of gritty.
They're pushing it with the Simpsons.
Yeah.
But
really?
because you really can't make Blade. You can't go from Wesley Snipes cussing to a PG-13 Blade. Come on.
I mean, the worst part is like, if you think about it, like the Simpsons is really the least of Disney Plus's problem. When so many people are looking at so many other things. Well, because you go back in some of Disney's old shit, and there's just, it is rough. It is rough.
Racist.
Like, it's like, you'd go back, you're like, Grandpa, I don't think you can say that no more. Like,
but to be true, you got Disney started like in the 40s, so it's not their fault.
Most of all of like your old stuff is like, we go back and watch movies from the 90s. It's just like, whoa, you can't say that no more. And like,
woman in the kitchen.
Yeah, like, and that's really the least of some of the things they say.
Yeah, people didn't realize like racism was still going on in the 90s, like on TV kind of thing, like not pushing it, but showing you that it still exists kind of thing, like in Fresh Prince. It was One in the Heat of the Night. And that was just like your average TV show during the day, like daytime drama. I had it there too when the lady didn't like being pulled over by a black cop.
I think I was told to go fuck myself.
But yeah, and then the whole joke's about putting women in the kitchen.
Yeah, some of the things.
Brent says, wait, Disney was a Nazi supporter. He might be right. He did hate the daytime drama. He did hate the Jews.
I'm just saying, like,
Family Guy made fun of that.
Yeah.
Did you see when they went to the different universes?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things going on in a lot of places that would be frowned upon.
Yeah, but they're not going to get
should have been frowned upon then.
Backlashed.
You'd be surprised. A lot of like, it's just not happening as fast, right? It's not like somebody's sitting around going through. Because you have to think, like, a lot of these movies, a lot of people haven't even fucking seen. You know, like some of the old movies we watch and shit. It's just, oh man. Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, that was a bad one.
That's not Disney.
It wasn't Disney, but I'm just saying, like,
you talking about any of those movies? Yeah, but
in an overall scope of the 90s.
But it's with the times.
You know.
Well, blank check. You gonna let your kid work for Macintosh guy down the street?
Right.
Never meet the fucking kid's boss.
Right.
He's 11.
Where's your child been all the time? Why does he have a driver?
Why is there a monkey in a hotel?
You know,
Constant check in.
Right, like.
Oh no, orangutan, I think it was.
You know.
And now even including the little monkey that was with that girl. Like, now we have Dora the Explorer.
Right. Dora just running around.
Who said that was, I think it was Fluffy who said Dora Explorer was racist.
Right.
Because it's like, who lets a baby out with a monkey? Mexicans.
Right. Like, no. Well, it's like when people were pissed off, it's like about Speedy Gonzalez.
Wasn't he canceled?
They tried to cancel him, and the worst part
is Pepe Le Pew that was trying to get canceled.
Pepe Le Pew got canceled.
What did he do wrong, man? I didn't see him in the movie.
They tried to turn around and cancel Speedy too, right? But they got Gabriel Iglesias to play Speedy Gonzalez for Space Jam 2, first of all, and it wasn't actually. Nobody considered it racist. They considered it like heritage, like that's the type.
A Mexican playing a Mexican.
Right.
When they get mad at the people?
No, not that.
I was gonna say because people get mad because a movie they couldn't get a black person to dub it in a different country and they got pissed about it. Because remember the whole thing about cartoon characters being played by white people or something like that, and they're getting pissed and blah 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 kind of shit. So I thought that's what you were going. No, Speedy Gonzalez. Like we got a Mexican to play a Mexican.
It wasn't the voice actor choice. It was the way it was being portrayed. But everybody loves Speedy.
I just saw a skit with Donald, was it Daffy Duck being in jail in Mexico, and they had to call Speedy Gonzalez to get him out. Like, we watch out with WB too, bro.
What are you watching? Oh, WB. They don't. See, the thing is with, like, big enterprise like that, right? Like WB, Disney.
We're tunes.
You know.
I can survive anything.
I think they.
Oh, yeah. Remember Elmer Fudd's gun?
Oh, yeah.
I think they want to get rid of it.
No more Elmer Fudd
It's hunting season.
or was it
What's his name's guns?
fuck, I can't remember his name. I remember it starts with an S, I think. Samuel? No. Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
It starts with an S. I guess Sam does. So.
Yes, it does, sir. Sam starts with an S.
Yeah, but Yosemite doesn't. I think that's a Y. I know Sam starts with an S.
Yeah, but again, it's with the times.
I guess.
Like, would you say who did the propaganda for the war? Who was doing the artists?
Oh well, so yeah, when World War II and stuff was happening, they didn't have like they didn't the
have, comic book people did
right.
it.
They didn't have artists and stuff like that, so they took the artists from Disney and the comics and stuff like that, and made them make propaganda war cartoons. Basically,
well, did you see the old comics when like Ant-Man was beating his wife? It was in the comics, and Superman had an alcohol problem. No, Green Arrow had an alcohol problem.
Green Arrow always had an alcohol problem.
Like
a lot of them,
but they had to put it in like the comic and how to deal with it.
Green Arrow.
I think someone got an STD.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm just saying, this is from back in the day. I guess it was only appealing to kids.
Can Superman get an STD? That'd be awkward. Like, how does
from Krypton?
Hey, Doc, look at my junk. I've got
It's glowing.
It's glowing. Like, I don't know what to do about that. Like,
I wonder how people would react in a regular situation. Like, you find a kid that came from a meteor, you don't tell nobody, and he starts shooting lasers out of his eyes.
You know how I'd fucking react, right? I'd see it come down, right? Come down, walk over.
Flip your truck. He picked your truck up.
Right. I just left him.
Thanks, kid.
Dear, get in the truck and drive away.
What a nice kid.
What a great fella. I hope his parents find him soon. Right? Like,
and that's when the Luthers found him. He became evil. Thanks a lot, DJ.
Hey, that's what happened. That's not on me. I can't guarantee it turned out any better hanging out with me either.
Got
Clark,
it from Wonder Woman.
Clark, we're having trouble paying the bills. Can you grab that ATM and just bring it home? Matter of fact, grab all the ATMs in the city and bring them to the house. Then I'm gonna need you to fly all them bitches out into the ocean and drop them after we got all that money. Like,
you have a farm,
huh?
He's a one-man farmer.
Well,
he does all the chores.
He's gonna do all the farming too, but Dad needs some cash. He needs some scratch so he can go out there and,
Ain't that morally wrong? This is why DJ doesn't have superpowers.
That's why DJ don't have no superpowers.
He's gonna be like Hancock.
Right, DJ got invisibility, right?
Oh God!
If I got invisibility, man, I'm just sneaking into banks and getting money, and
get locked in.
People always want to fly. Fuck that! I want to be invisible.
Teleport. He's still late. Like he would do what Jumper did. IOUs. He just went to the IOU.
I'll bring it back eventually.
I'll save your bank when it goes into bankruptcy.
Right. Actually, no. Fuck your bank. I'm not bringing that shit back. Robbing people anyway. It's time somebody robs you. Banks, they really do. Overages, fees. Somebody always out to. Remember we talked about this the other day. If you're waking up in the morning, somebody's out to fuck you. Whether it's your boss, your fucking the bank,
life,
the power company, the fucking.
So what your thing is, you're gonna fuck first?
I mean, at this point, it's like, yeah, man. It's like, I don't say shit like that because the next thing, Florida man on the, accused of trying to rob bank, right? Even though you didn't. I was like, I just talked about it on my show, and now they think, oh, you're planning to rob a bank. It's like, well, bitch, I ain't made no plans to rob no banks. What you got over there?
Some news. Looking for some news. You got any news?
I got something about Bill Murray over here.
Whoa, what happened with Bill Murray?
Bill Murray insults at her. Apparently, so the
maintenance fees.
Yeah, like the fee. You ever heard about that one?
What's that?
The fee. Oh, that's the fee. Right? It's a fee for putting all these fees. Right? Because it took somebody time to think up all these fees. So it's the fee.
The Fifi.
The Fifi. I'm like, that just sounds like something you rub on your dick. Like, I don't know why I need to pay for that.
Apparently, on a poster from Comic-Con, it shows Baby Yoda and Master Luke building a lightsaber. Apparently, he's supposed to be training him.
Maintenance fee.
Maintenance fee.
I'm just saying, like, there's always something somebody wants somewhere. It's like, fuck me.
Do you know they're doing a Chucky movie show?
Excuse me?
A Chucky TV show?
Like Rugrats Chucky, right? Like the little redhead Chucky from Rugrats.
Nope.
Like, what? Which Chucky?
Chucky.
With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere.
That's that Fifi. Like redheaded Chucky.
This new series comes to Sci-Fi and USA. Chucky.
Ugh.
Grab the kitchen knives.
No, see, I was talking to Sonya about this earlier. I really don't watch that horror movie shit. Because she was talking about, like, trying to watch Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I watch
with Brogan.
Goosebumps.
Fuck you. I don't watch that Goosebumps shit. That's that shit that gives me nightmares. Yeah, that fucking mask from the Goosebumps. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh.
Fuck that one. Just fuck any of them. Like Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark? None of that shit. I didn't watch none of that shit. Our Real Monsters was probably like as far as I got, and I didn't really watch much of that. Like I was never a big, scary movie type fan. I think it's like Nightmare on Elm Street. I haven't really seen many of those. I know who Freddy is, obviously. Right, but I haven't really seen too many Nightmare on Elm Streets. Jason.
You didn't watch all those?
I didn't watch all the Jasons. I think I watched one. Jason X, I think, was the one that I watched first.
The only reason I watched them as a kid is because they had nudity.
Right. Well, Jason X was funny, right? Because when he picked up the one bitch in the sleeping bag to beat the other bitch,
That's why you.
to me, that was hilarious, right? Like, that was just the funniest thing I had ever seen in my life. The bitches were like, come out of the tent, come over here, big boy. And then, like, it cuts to another scene where bitch is, like, complaining about something, and then it cuts back, and Jason's got one of the bitch in the sleeping bag zipped up, beating the other bitch with the sleeping bag zipped up. Like, what?
No, continue.
Like, it was just the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my fucking life.
So there was a movie theater shooting. TikTok star and life support. Woman killed during the showing of Forever Purge.
Down here, Florida?
No.
Remember that one TikTok bitch moved here to Florida? She wrecked her car down here. Can't drive. If you're not from Florida, you probably shouldn't drive in Florida. Right? It's a lot faster paced here.
Apparently, people got sneak peeks at this Jungle Cruise movie.
And it turned into a gun shooting?
No, that's a different news. I'm looking at movie news. But yeah, there was a shooting in the city of Corona.
The city of Corona. I just don't, like, what happened to the days, like, I guess you wouldn't hear about a mass fucking, like, a bunch of guys walked up and beat your ass, like.
The last kind of shooting we heard was the Batman.
I know, but it's like now rather than people just walk up and shoot you, it's because they know they couldn't fight you, right? Like, you couldn't just walk up and beat somebody's ass with, 10, 15 people.
There's a new Predator movie coming out called Skull.
Mass ass whooping. Rather than, I don't know. I just don't get the jumping in and shooting a bunch of people.
I didn't get it either.
Like, worst part is once you get caught, because you're going to get caught eventually. Like, I know you didn't run in, shoot a bunch of people, and then fucking get away and pick up all the casings, or, nobody saw you.
Wipe down the scene of the crime.
Like, I'm just saying, you're going to get caught eventually. And now you're fucking, you've ruined your fucking life, and, maybe they didn't have a life to begin with, but still, better than being in jail. I don't know.
I can't believe people would be doing that shit.
That's just how I feel about it. Like, I'm not going.
Like, what makes you the urge to do that during the purge? Like,
during the purge, They're probably watching the movie. They're like, yeah, purge, and fucking
Like,
just
are you-
ran outside and just started shooting people, thinking it was okay.
Are you mad at the TikTok star? Like,
You know, maybe they were fucking talking shit. There's a dumb movie. Like somebody said, that's probably what it was, right? They're talking, video recording, got their light on them the whole time. The motherfucker's sitting directly behind that bitch trying to watch the movie, right? Just wants to watch the movie, and this bitch is,
but why did you
talking and doing all kinds of crazy things and
Why'd you bring a gun?
taking selfies, and I mean, he probably just had it on him. People carry guns all the time, not thinking they're gonna shoot the place up.
That's true.
And that's the worst. That's the worst part to think like. So like gun owners don't think about it that way, right? Like they think, oh, I'm always cool, calm, collected, level-headed, but you guys have bad days too, right? Like you just have a bad day, and it's one wrong decision, right? Like you're just pissed off, and this, guy walked up and punched you in the face, so you shot him, right? Like I'm just saying, it happens that fast. It's not, it's not, and it's not like you wanted to shoot him. You were just, you get mad and fucking.
You know what, O'Connor? Just one mistake that makes you a good guy or a bad guy.
That's it,
Always got one on me, bro. But not when you go to end the movie theater.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but but that's like okay. Well,
But it was in California.
the difference
See,
was
that's different. If you're in Texas, I believe it.
the difference is Brent will whoop your ass too. Like he's not. If you walk up punch Brent in the face, he's not going to shoot you. He'd beat the life out of you, right? Like he's going to take that opportunity to use his hands, right? Where a lot of people don't. Right, stand my ground law. No, I don't see you just shooting somebody just because you're losing a fight. Like that's not what I imagine. Maybe I don't. I can't. Maybe you're having a bad day. You just fuck it and bow.
That sucks. You changed everyone's life that day.
Right. I'm just saying. You don't know the situation. That's stand your ground law. That's fucking.
Brett loves that law. He knows all the laws. If you get hit in the walkway, it's more money.
That's why I always let people punch me first.
I don't think people want to punch you.
Sometimes they do. People don't like me.
Yeah, I mean random people who don't know you.
People don't like
Not
me.
people who know you who want to punch you.
Oh, people who know me definitely want to punch me. Like that's the thing it's an active conversation, right? Like we all the time. It's like, hey, do you want to punch me in the face? And they're like, kind of, yeah.
After meeting you.
After meeting you, right, and talking to you for more than 5 minutes, I kind of want to punch you in the mouth. People just want to kick the shit out of me. I don't know why. I don't even do anything either. It's like
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. Just said hi.
You probably had sex with their sister.
Oh, never.
Never, not you.
Never, not me. I got rules. That breaks a whole bunch of rules.
NFL notifies teams of updated preseason COVID-19 protocols, including fines for refusing a virus test.
Probably. Well, a lot of them are afraid that the virus tests are going to show that they've been smoking weed off season.
I thought they were allowed to do that now.
I don't know. I don't think they're allowed to smoke no weed. Apparently, people are upset about cruises. Florida
NFL
tax collectors
to
tell
offer
employees
Huh?
We can't talk at the same time.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Apparently, Florida tax collectors tells employees to get vaccinated or find a new job.
I don't know, but can they legally do that? I mean, it's the government work. So
Government can do whatever the fuck
and
they
then the
want.
government work can do that, but is that against your rights?
Who was telling us that the government are making their military get the actual like COVID-19, so they'll build up the antibodies for it.
Is that legal?
Like the actual military, right? It's like, oh, you want to be. Don't forget to take your daily dose of COVID. Like the fuck. It's crazy to think about.
See, that's what it starts.
Right.
People getting for. Like, I'm sure everyone in the White House staff has to get vaccinated.
I don't know.
Like, I can understand like this though. Like, if you're a reporter, well, you can't interview the president unless you get vaccinated. That's the most important person in America right now.
Or you could not breathe on the president and stand
Or you
away
can do
from
6 feet.
stand. I can give he can call the president. You know.
See, there's always.
You know. We do it like when we were kids and had a treehouse, and we get a can with some string. We're like, "Excuse me, Mr. President," and then it'll go down the string to Mr. President, maybe like this. You know, and get your response back.
See right here. Can an employer require me to be vaccinated against COVID-19? The FDA does not mandate vaccinations. However, a state, local government, or employer, for example, may require a mandate COVID-19 vaccination if it's out of state or other applicant law.
So basically, what they do is they say one thing, and then they say each state and employer can dictate make their own decisions about these things. See, that's how they get you, right? The government doesn't actually make any goddamn decisions. They make one decision, and then they're like, well, the states can really dictate
the
and
government
do what they want. And then if the states do what we think is right, then we'll allow those states money or this, that, or the third.
See, I don't.
You know.
See, that's
why
the government can make you do whatever you want. If you don't believe me, they made you go to war or jail at 18.
Right.
So technically, you wearing a mask was nothing. That's different, though. You're wearing a mask. But to get something put in your body that's mandated by the government, I don't know if that... I can understand, like, the baby-born shit. Because they give you, like, back in the day, they give you smallpox vaccines when you were a child.
Right.
And stuff like that. So that I can understand. But again, they would ask unless it becomes one of those tests you get or vaccinations you get to get into school. But you have to take the test or you're fired. Or you have to take the vaccination or you're fired. I'm like, ugh. It's a choice.
It's all just goddamn crazy to me.
It reminds me of, what's it called? X-Men. When they had the cure for the mutants. At first, they say it's voluntary. Right. Then it's weaponized. Then it's not voluntary.
No. Now they're just shooting you.
That's what's Magneto said.
Right. Well,
he's from World War II. So he's like, they say it's voluntary.
They did the same thing in Flash during this last season here.
Oh, yeah, they weaponized it.
Right. They were weaponizing the cure. You know, and it's like, well, fuck.
It's supposed to be a choice, even for bad guys. Right. It's supposed to be a choice. And they were trying to make it so when you were convicted, you lose your powers.
Right.
It's like, whoa. That's not why I created the cure.
Hold on. Why do I have to lose my powers? Maybe I like my powers.
So this reminds me of that. Like, at first it's voluntary. And then they make it mandatory.
I don't know. I just do what I always do and stay in my little hole. If I don't leave the house, they're not going to come find me.
And right here in February 2021, employees can't require 19 vaccination.
Yeah, but
federal law prohibits them from requiring it.
They change laws every day.
It's just, I think they're talking about now. Buying Wade's vaccines mandate for federal workers. Yeah. Plans to civilize. So, again, if it's government, I think I can understand because the governments have to do certain things. Hospitals too.
I get if you're in like a hospital.
Well, if you work for the government,
and you're fucking,
I guess it could be required.
Surrounded by 6 people, you should be up to date on your shots and stuff like that, and you know.
But to force a regular worker,
right? Force some guy. I don't know, like.
Damn, I work at Walmart. Like,
it's all damn. I work at Walmart.
Don't get me wrong, it's free. At least it's free. At least.
Right. For now.
The only thing that freaks me out is like if you're in the scientific field, or if you just know about science, you know it takes more than 6 months to get a vaccination.
What do you mean?
I mean to test properly vaccinations and stuff like that. It takes 5 years.
Yeah.
And a lot of funding.
Well, in 5 years, I'll maybe get.
But you get what I'm saying? This reminds me of the first generation of PlayStation. Like, should you be taking it?
Is it? Are we sure it's right?
Yeah, like.
Just compared the vaccination to the PlayStation. They're a little different, right?
I don't know. Who is their testing? Who is their testing sources, huh?
If the PlayStation overheats, just buy a new one. If your body overheats, it's kind of...
You're just a statistic now. It's okay. 1 in 10. Well, I don't like those odds. Like, I don't want to be that one. Well, you have to if you want to work here. Like, I think this is illegal. Like, where does my human rights come involved?
It all scares shit out of me. Like I said, I just stay in my fucking hole. You know.
That's it. But I believe that's all we have for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget we have audio versions
We do.
on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts and needs.
I'm going to say at the beginning of the show, but we'll say at the end. Again, thank you for the first responders for everything they did in Miami in the last 29 days.
That sucks.
Yes.
Good on people to, you know, it
So
shows
to have that hope.
right. It shows some people are out there trying to do good. Real life superheroes.
You really put faith back in humanity.
Don't forget that today is the last day for the charity, our charity, the disability.
It still exists.
It's not like it's going anywhere, right? Like, oh, today is the last day, it's gone. No, but
It's the
last week for us. Was it the Diabetes Research and Wellness Foundation?
Yes.
And that this month is Low Key Disabilities Month.
It is. And HIV.
Yeah, he just likes saying HIV, I think. Something about those combination of letters, it's funny to him.
And if you're interested in trying the wife's cooking, we had open-faced ham overstuffing with gravy. And there was turkey involved.
Poor man's Thanksgiving dinner.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us every Tuesday morning between the hours of 10 and 12 p.m. 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And Wednesday afternoons between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Toodaloo.